Welcome. In this video, I'm going to be talking about why pain is your friend. Yes, really. I know it's hard to imagine that pain could be something positive, but in my experience as a human being, and especially as an Alexander Technique teacher, and as a musician, I have learned over my lifetime that there's always a way to look at things that's positive and constructive. And when you go even a little deeper, there's always a way you can learn from something and you can access your own inner healing. This is absolutely possible, and I want to talk about this in this video. But in case we haven't met yet, I'm Jennifer Roig-Francolí. I'm creator of The Art of Freedom, and I specialize in helping musicians of all kinds feel better and play better. And I just noticed I'm about to run out of power, out of battery, so I'm going to just lean over here for a moment and grab my power source and plug in my laptop. Forgive me, that happens every once in a while. I do everything online and I still forget to plug in half the time. So anyway, power was right there and back on track. So let's talk about pain. And I want to begin by putting it into the context of the Alexander Technique. The Alexander Technique was developed by Frederick Matthias Alexander, who was born in 1869. He was a performer, an actor, and he developed vocal issues on stage. And he discovered a lot of things about how the mind and body work together. And he, after experimenting and observing himself for many years, actually, he came up with a way to not only cure himself, but to share what he learned with others. And years later, his followers called that the Alexander Technique. He never called it the Alexander Technique, actually. He just did his thing. And then people wanted to put a name to it, and they called it the Alexander Technique. Now, what I teach these days, I am a certified Alexander Technique teacher, but I teach hands-free. I teach online exclusively now. I'm not going to talk much about that, but the reason I brought up Frederick Matthias Alexander is that he's the one where I got this quote from: "Pain is your friend." So how's it possible? How could pain be friendly? It feels terrible, right? And I know that there are a lot of people right now in pain, and I'm not just talking about physical pain. I'm actually talking about overall pain, which can manifest physically or emotionally. It can also manifest psychically or spiritually, where your energy is just painful, heavy, constricted energy, or a fearful energy that can be really painful. I'm making this video shortly after coronavirus was declared a pandemic, and there's a lot of pain in the world right now. There's a lot of fear, there's a lot of physical pain, there are a lot of people dying because of the coronavirus. So it's a really serious time, and it is magnifying. I came across this idea this morning from a friend of mine that I think is a very powerful and true idea, that whatever we had before the coronavirus is now magnified. So fear that we had before about anything is now magnified. By the same token, the good things that we were focusing on before, our qualities, the things that we're good at, those also have the opportunity to magnify. I have never seen so many people come forward and give of themselves with generosity and a desire to help people around them across the world through the internet, neighbors. It's a beautiful time as well as a horrific time. There's always a thing and its opposite, and they live in the same place. That's what one of my Alexander teachers used to say. A thing and its opposite live in the same place. So it's up to us to choose what we want to focus on, because what we focus on, we get more of. If you're in pain, if you're in physical pain, if you focus on that pain, it's pretty much guaranteed to get worse, or at least your experience of it is going to be magnified. On the other hand, when you get curious about what's easy, in what's comfortable in your body, what's working in your life, the things that are good in your life, when you can wake up that gratitude for the things that are okay in you and around you, you also get more of that. And in fact, focusing on the positive and the good is not, they don't balance each other out in my eyes. Focusing on the ease and the good and the positive in life has a much bigger effect than focusing on the negative. So I'm wondering if this makes sense, what I'm talking about here to all of you so far. I'd love to get, to hear from you. Before I go on, I just want to say hello to those of you showing up. Angel and Kay and Venche. So happy you're here. Thank you for being here. And then feel free to type whatever you'd like to share and be part of this conversation. How can pain be your friend? Physical pain or emotional pain has a purpose. And let's just take physical pain for the moment. When you experience physical pain, it's your body talking to you. Your body is telling you something. It is saying, hey, pay attention. Listen to me. There's something wrong and you need to do something different. Unfortunately, most of us don't like the experience of pain and we reject it and we try to shut it off. We try to change it, but you know what? The pain that we have is us. So if you want to shut out the pain, you're actually cutting yourself off from yourself. And if you don't listen to what your body is trying to tell you, you're missing a golden opportunity. The pain is not there to punish you. It's not there to castigate you. It's not there to make you feel bad. It's there to wake you up. The pain is a signal. It's a message from your body that is trying to get your attention up here. It's saying, like right now, okay, I'm talking about pain. And as I'm talking about pain, this little spot in my back is talking to me. It's saying, Jennifer, listen, you need to do something different. And I know I need to listen to that. And I know what to do in response. This is what I teach with the Art of Freedom. The Art of Freedom is based on the Alexander technique and particularly hands-free, primal Alexander. It's a way of teaching the Alexander technique without the hands, so I don't need to be in the same room with somebody to help them know what to do with their pain. When things are moving and energy is flowing inside the system, there is a self-healing mechanism that kicks in when you get out of the way. That doesn't mean it's going to cure everything right away. We can't have expectations, but we can be sure, I can be sure, as much as that's possible, that when I get out of the way and I start wondering about ease in my body, that flow starts to happen, and that is what is going to stimulate the natural healing. Now, this is so important all the time, but it's particularly important now in the time of coronavirus. We have to, you can't, We can't just go run off to the doctor anytime something feels bad right now. We have to stay home and stay as healthy as we possibly can, and let the people who really need the medical facilities to help them with serious issues. We need to let them have that. And we need to do whatever we can to boost our immune systems at home alone. And if we have a medical issue or pain or something, we have to do whatever we can to stimulate the natural healing mechanisms. It's very important. So this works. And I've had countless students in pain, sometimes chronic pain that has lasted for years, chronic pain that their doctors have told them are not going to go away. In fact, I'm seeing a couple of my students are here, and I'm thinking about them, chronic pain. And you know, if you know who I'm talking about, if you would like to share any of your experience working with the Art of Freedom, working with me, and how your pain has changed, this might be a really nice time to type in a little bit about how the Art of Freedom and Primal Alexander have helped you. That would be really nice for some other people who have no idea what I'm talking about. So the main message for today, though, is that the pain is not your enemy. You are not a victim of your pain. Your pain is you. It's a different part of you than you usually think of as you. It's the natural mechanism that catches your attention and is asking you, begging you. Your body is begging you to take care of it by thinking differently. Every thought that you have, every single thought that you ever have, is reflected by the body. Your mind and your body are one thing, inseparable, really inseparable. If you have an angry thought, your body gets tight. If you have a loving, free thought, your body opens up and you feel better, even if it's just a tiny little bit. But you have the freedom to control your attention. You are free to choose where you're going to place your attention. Now, if you want to listen to the pain in your body, you need to pay attention to it, but only just as long as you need to recognize it. So let's say, okay, again, this part of my back is saying, hey, Jennifer, listen to me. So you know what? I'm going to have a little conversation with my back and say, okay, got it. But then I'm not going to pay any more attention to it. I already got the message. And actually, when I just said that, the pain went away. And that's true. I'm not just saying that for the purposes of the video. It's true. I've been practicing how to do this for a long time. I started my Alexander adventure in 2003. I've been teaching it online for 8 years. I've been teaching it exclusively online for 2 years. Sorry, did I say 8 years online, exclusively online 2 years? The thing is, as soon as you notice pain, say thank you. That experience is helping you. It's telling you you need to shift how you're thinking to stimulate the healing process. There was something off that resulted in pain. Now, maybe you stepped on a nail. Okay, that's not your fault. It's not like, I don't believe that we create everything up here like stepping on a nail. Maybe that's true. I don't know. And I don't really know what I believe. But the fact is, if you step on a nail, it hurts. Okay, so it's going to hurt, but then it's up to you what you do in response to that stimulus. Alexander said, quote, "Mine is a method for the control of human reaction." So when you are confronted with a stimulus, such as pain, it's like, ouch. But as soon as you recognize it, leave it. Say thank you. Thank you for reminding me that I need to pay attention and think differently. I need to do some constructive thinking. That's what it comes down to. And I need to do it from up here. And this is what I teach my students. The very first step, if you want a practical tip, is to go to the link that I provided at the top of this post and learn something called TheCyCle. TheCyCle is a 2-minute. It just takes 2 minutes. No excuses. If you're in pain and you don't do this, then, I mean, it's your choice. But I suggest that you give it a try. Have an open mind. It's very simple. It's very easy. Learn it in 15 minutes with the tutorial, and then it takes 2, maximum 3 minutes to do the cycle. Take it like a dose of antibiotics. Take it twice a day for a week and don't skip a dose. And then I promise you will derive benefit. I can guarantee that you're going to notice a change, a shift for the better if you do it the way I'm teaching it, which involves a certain way of asking the question that is light and open and free and gets your thinking up and out of your pain, frankly. That's what it does. So try that out as a first step. And if you notice that it helps, I want you to know that this is just the first step. You may get a lot of relief from doing the cycle alone, which is wonderful, and I'm thrilled if that happens. But that's just the beginning of what's possible, what you can learn to do with your thinking connected with your body. And I would love for everybody out there to know what comes after the cycle. That's what I teach my students. I specialize in helping musicians feel better and also play better. The wonderful thing is that by learning the art of freedom, any activity that you engage in improves. Anything that you're doing gets easier. So your music making gets easier, your technique gets better. Just by doing this mind-body practice that brings you back to the present and helps you notice ease so that you undo excess muscular tension and you free up your thinking and you get more creative, inspired, and you just have more fun when you're making your music. So if you have any pain and you want to play better, play your music better, I really hope that you'll get in touch with me and ask me what's possible, what comes after the cycle, what more could you do? Sometimes people have serious pain and they need more than the cycle. There are other things that come after the cycle. And it's not a quick fix. It's actually a quick fix in the moment. As soon as you do what's in the cycle, you get relief most of the time. And again, it's a cumulative practice. Don't expect any changes after doing it once or even the second time. Do it for a week, twice a day, and then you'll probably notice an improvement. Okay, and if you keep doing that and then you add on other awareness H's that I teach you, then it's going to get really interesting. Because again, pain is never just in the body. If you have physical pain, it's likely to affect your emotions as well. So this approach, the art of freedom, based on the Alexander technique and my experience as a performer and my experience as a human being, is something comprehensive and holistic that can help you take charge. You have so much that you can do to help yourself by thinking a little differently. You know, seriously, in these times, like I said, we can't just go run off to the doctor unless it's something really serious, because we want to have those resources to help get rid of this horrible coronavirus. So don't just go run off to the doctor. Learn how to stimulate your own self-healing mechanisms like this, like what I'm suggesting. Because you can't go to the doctor. You can't run off to the chiropractor now. You can't run off to the physical therapist. So there are a lot of things that people tend to rely on that actually don't get to the root of the problem, but this does. So I challenge you to open up your mind, body, self, and get curious about what's possible. Do the cycle twice a day. Try it. Don't take my word for it. Try it. Just try it. And share it. Share it with people you know in pain, musicians or non-musicians. Anybody can benefit from the cycle. Go to YouTube, share that with the people that aren't on Facebook, okay? It's free, it works, it's powerful. Just try it and find out, okay? If you have any questions about anything, please don't hesitate to message me through Messenger, through my page, and I'll be sure to see it. I'm very good at responding to everybody as best I can. It's actually a little overwhelming right now. So if I don't respond right away, it's because I'm just not being able to keep up with all the inquiries and things coming my way. But please, I get to everybody, all right? And I would love to help you. If you really want to learn more about this, I am so happy to set up a personal consultation, and then we can just talk. We can just talk, and I can help you with your unique challenges. I have options: group classes, private coaching, but it's best to just talk about what would work for you. And the other thing is, feel free to email me. It's jennifer@artoffreedom.me. And I'm going to type in my website. You can see more if you want. It's artoffreedom.me. Okay, thank you so much for being here. I'm just going to hop over to the comments now. It's hard for me to manage presenting something and seeing the comments at the same time. So let me just go over here and see what's popping up. Angel says, that would be me. Chronic pain, the doctors said I would just have to live with. Not true. TheCyCle changed that. My pain was significantly reduced by doing TheCyCle several times a day, every day. Now I'm in Jennifer's class, best thing I've ever done. Drastically reduced pain. My playing is so much better. My mindset has completely changed for the better. Angel is a perfect example of somebody who had chronic pain and serious chronic pain. She's been working with me in my group class, not even privately. She's been in my group class for months now, and she can play pain-free and is making gorgeous, inspired, beautiful harp music. Just so inspiring. Thank you, Angel, so much for sharing your story. Kay says, what comes after TheCyCle is amazingly helpful. Thank you, Kay. Yes, it is. Thank you for saying that. I want people to realize it, but they can't realize it unless they give it a try. Agnes, hello. Says, this is a brand new thought to me. Pain could be my friend. I know, it's crazy, right? But that makes sense. I am new at TheCyCle. I'm doing it. I've been doing this for several days. It feels good. I am so happy to hear that. This is somebody new in my world. I don't think we've ever met yet, but if you're a musician, I hope you'll join my Musicians Mind Body Practice Tribe. That goes for everybody here. Come on over, it's a free group. We talk about all kinds of stuff like this. There's more content in there. So please come over there if you want more. And I'm so glad that TheCyCle is helping you, Agnes. Really, really happy about that. Heart back to you, Venche. Am I doing that right? Yeah. Okay, thank you everybody so much for being here. If you want to do TheCyCle with me live, I'm doing it from my personal page every morning at 9 a.m. this week. At least, I might do it more than that, but my personal page is public, so anybody can come and do that with me live at 9 a.m. Eastern time. So if you have friends and family who are stuck at home, maybe they need a little bit of uplifting, they are stressed and they want to just relax a little bit, have a couple minutes of calm, and they want a practice that they can do that is not, it's not a religious practice, it's a holistic, beautiful practice. So you can share it with anybody freely and tell them that they can come do it with me live on Facebook. Okay, good. Agnes, you say you're in my group already. Good, that's great. All right, so thanks everybody. Thank you so much for being here. And I'm here every Thursday at 2 p.m. with a new topic. If anybody has a topic they want me to talk about, please message me and give me the topic. I'm always so happy when people give me a topic. That way I don't have to come up with it myself. Or ask me the question in the Mind Body Practice Tribe. That would be great to start a thread on any topic you're interested in, from pain to performance anxiety to improving your technique. Anything goes related to life and music making. I think that covers pretty much everything. Okay. Anything else I wanted to say? Monday, mindset and motivation. I do that in the tribe. So if you come over there on Mondays at 5 p.m., I give you some motivation and mindset ideas. On Sunday in the group, I do a Sunday centering practice at 7 p.m. where we do TheCyCle and we talk about TheCyCle. And I think that's about it. Ask me if you want to know about my private work with clients, and ask me if you want to know about my Alexander Musicians Group program. You are so welcome to come join us. We meet twice a week, and it's very fun and very, very powerful. People's lives are and music making are transformed. And hey, Joe, hey, I didn't see that you were here. Hey, it's nice to have you here. Okay, bye everybody. Stay well, practice the cycle, appreciate that your pain is just giving you a message, and move on. And lots of love. Let's stay connected. This is so important in this crazy time to stay connected. Make music and be happy. Lots of love. Bye-bye.